Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' around a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and
from being able to make a play on that football.
That's where Sutton was so good last year in the red zone. Nix evades the sack. Nix the fake. Another fake, and he spins into the...
Good God, that is a man right there. Bo Nix. Golly. I mean, I think the defense has been doing most of the heavy lifting for this game at least, but I don't know, you could prove me wrong and, like, have 50 touchdowns all by himself. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I bet you literally all of my money he will make 50 more touchdowns this game. I bet my entire life savings he will make 50 more touchdowns this game. Why would you do that? I was just kidding. Like, I think he's a good quarterback. I just think, a lot of people ever since he got from Oregon have... I bet you he will make 50 more touchdowns this game. I bet you my entire life savings. I bet you everything I have. Listen, dude, I don't want your money. I'm sorry. I was just trying to joke around. I didn't mean it. No, this is a real bet now. And I'm actually going to give you my money if he doesn't make 50 more touchdowns. But you might as well pay up now, because I bet he is. I mean, yeah, you gotta admit it's kind of crazy. Who are you? And why are you wearing such a big hat? We're indoors. Where'd you get that? My grandpa gave me this hat before he died. I'm really sorry. I didn't know. No, I lied. I just want to make you feel bad. I didn't get this from my grandpa. I picked it up at Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and I think it looks goofy, so I'm going to keep wearing it. I'm just saying, I don't want your money, because it is literally impossible for him at pretty much any point in the game, even if it was a start, to get 50 touchdowns. Do you know how insane that is? And I think he will. So I'm going to bet my entire life savings, and it's going to pay off. Because Bo Nix... he doesn't disappoint.
Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face. She's never loved nobody. Can't read my, no.
Hey, honey. So, remember when I said we weren't getting another mortgage on the house? That might have been a little bit of a lie.
I hate you. I want a divorce. I want a divorce. I want a divorce.
No.
I want a divorce. You're the worst. You suck. I hate you. I knew you would never amount to anything, just like your
even...
father. You are
sound
nothing.
just like
You
your
are
mother.
less than nothing. You are human scum. You will never amount to anything, just like I always knew you would. I knew I should have never married you. I married you out of pity. I married you out of nothing but pity.
I guess if that's how you feel.
I want a divorce.
Alright, well, bye.
Your wife has left you and you have nothing left.
This couldn't get any worse. No!
Chased the clue, he was 12 years old. Fell from the roof on East 29. Kathy was 11 when she pulled the plug. 26 reds and a bottle of wine. Bobby got leukemia, 14 years old. He looked like 55 when he died. He was a friend of mine. Those are people who died. 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 They were all my friends that just died. Cheever and Georgie let the gimmicks go rotten, so they died of hepatitis in Upper Manhattan. Slime.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished him well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young monsieur and madame have rung the chapel bell. C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell.
Daddy's home. So, there's this really fun thing called a mortgage. I took out a couple of them to get more money to gamble, to win money back for the mortgages. I lost it all. But now, this is where I live, in my mom's garage. But that's okay. Let's take a tour. This is where the magic happens. Yeah. These are my seats. Seats for, I don't really need that other one because it's just one now. Everybody left me. That's okay. I don't have any clothes. I sold them all. Just this now. This is, I don't really use that. I kind of just lay in bed all day alone, but that's okay. In the fridge, nothing, because I haven't had food in a while, but that's okay. I'm doing great. I'm really happy. I'm super happy. I'm gonna go lie in bed now for the rest of the day and kind of just think about life, and that's okay. They say gambling also leads to things like sadness, but haven't really felt any of that. And even so, it's not like there's a cure to sadness. I've been asked a lot, why are you making this documentary if it's just gonna be you drinking, alone, and sad? I thought I would start off this documentary with the sad but hopeful case of Matt Burgess from Chatham, Massachusetts. He started gambling online at the age of 15, and his addiction snowballed so bad that in 2016 he tried to take his own life. But by taking a step back and turning his life around, he now dedicates his time to helping young gamblers turn their ways around and quit gambling altogether. He has joined multiple organizations to stop the act of gambling, especially with young kids, especially with online gambling. I can't make a documentary about gambling without talking about the sad but very true case of gambling addicts becoming suicide victims. In Victoria, Australia, at least 4.2% of the suicides were found to be gambling related. And a Swedish study estimated that those with gambling disorders were 15 times more likely to die by suicide than the general population. Suicide is very common in gambling addicts because a lot of the time gambling addicts are unsuccessful and have lost money and feel that that is the only way to turn. I'm here to say that is not the only way to turn. Sports betting is the modern worldly amalgamation of betting across the world. It's easily accessible in every corner of the globe, and that's what makes it so easy to be addicted. Sports is all across the world in every corner of the globe. It's so many different things in so many different countries that it's so easy to get addicted to because sports are a huge part of entertainment in every country in the world. As sportsbooks create digital appeals to college-age youth, more and more young people, especially young men, find themselves with gambling addictions developed through sports betting with friends, and debt follows them their whole lives. With this disadvantaged start, many college-age youth, whatever, if they are in school or not, are finding it more challenging to ever achieve anything that even remotely resembles the American dream, or any other dream in any other country, because this debt will make sure that they never live a fulfilling life because of what sports betting regulations are allowing in many countries. Gambling has become such a modern worldly day worry that affects almost everybody that you probably know. Industry analysts estimate global gambling revenue will reach $700 billion USD by 2028, and estimates suggest that 1.2% of the world's adult population has a gambling disorder, and harm from that gambling disorder affects others in their life most likely. And this form of gambling won't stop because many regulations have not been made in many countries, especially in the U.S., since in 1992, Congress passed the Professional and Amateur Sports Betting Protection Act, or PASPA, which prevented governmental agencies from authorizing sports betting. Fast forward to 2018, and the Supreme Court ruled over that the PASPA violated the anti-commandeering rule, which had resulted in state-by-state patchwork of regulation on gaming industry. Now gambling online or in real life is legal in 38 states, and 30 states are still under scrutiny for gambling restrictions. Most of them are still open, though, because those rules haven't been set. And in many countries, gambling is so new, especially since it's in an online space now, that regulations have not been made, and people like children can access it easily.
Gambling should be legal for children. I'm serious. Listen. Gambling is bad because the schools never entertain the idea of how to play blackjack, how to play baccarat. And then when you're an adult and you have adult money, you go in, you have no idea. If you're playing imperfect blackjack, your odds of losing are about 80-90%.
To get a sense of what the students of HHS think about gambling, I interviewed a couple of them. All right, sir, what do you think about gambling?
So gambling actually ruined my life. I don't think it's very good at all.
What do you think about gambling?
I think gambling is bro.
To a lot of people facing addiction, gambling can seem like an unstoppable force. But using steps like talking to family members, therapists, and people who care can really make a difference. Gambling is not something that owns you. It's something that you think owns you, but it doesn't. Once you stop putting money into it, it cannot affect you anymore. If you ever feel that you are one more win away, you are probably not, but most likely not. So it's not worth it. Don't risk it. Putting more risk into your life can affect you in terrible ways. So just don't do it. You might go up against things like depression and anxiety from gambling. And it can actually affect your real life with things like headaches and nausea from all the stress you experience. Gambling is not worth it. It's not the last step. It is not the final thing you need in your life. If you ever feel the need to be addicted to gambling and feel the need to always be gambling, reach out for help. The National Gambling Hotline is 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm serious. That's true. If you ever feel like your back is in a corner and you need to talk to somebody about your addiction, there will always be people you can reach out to. How's it going, loser? You're the guy who ruined my life when I made that really fair bet that was probably going to win because Bonix is an incredible player. What are you doing here? When you lost all that money that day, you didn't just lose. I lost too. Except, we didn't lose. We lost. Yeah, we're the same person. Plot twist. This can't be true.
Stop.
I mean, yeah, you gotta admit it's kind of crazy. Sir, you're crazy. I'm not even wearing a funny hat. Hey, honey. So, remember when I said we weren't getting another mortgage on the house? That might have been, Who are you? Quit calling this number. You're a crazy man. You're a lunatic. That might have been, check out my house. This is where the magic happens. Oh goodness, it was just a dream. Oh heavens. So what did we learn at the end of the day? That gambling is only in your dreams. No, gambling is bad. Debt is only in your dreams. So those loan sharks that I own money aren't actually real. They're only in my dreams. Thank you for listening.
You still owe me money.
What are you gonna do about it, little girl? Loan, how'd you get into this business?